Happy December, Leo. We are doing a reading for today, for the month of December. This is going to be for Leo's sun, moon, and rising. And we're going to cover the your spiritual health, your physical health, your emotional health for the beginning, middle, and end of the month. All right. Let's see here. I will tell you, if there is, if this doesn't resonate with you, it may not be for you, but it may be for somebody else. Certainly, check out your sun, moon, and all your sun, moon, and risings to make sure that you're covering your bases. All right. I have my lovely pink Christmas tree up here for me today, which my husband hates. And I have my little RV camper, which I bought last year. So I love that. All right. What do we need to know? I'm gonna focus there. What do we need to know for our spiritual, physical, and emotional health for December for Leo? What do we need to know for the beginning, middle, and end? This is the steampunk deck I'm using today. I love that card. All right. So let's see what we have going here. So the first card we have, this is, we're talking about our spiritual truth at the beginning of the month, how we're feeling spiritually. And, we have the Queen of Swords. So we're talking about someone who, I don't know if you can see this, beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful cards in this deck. So the Queen of Swords is telling us that we are actually, well, this is interesting. I didn't realize that she has someone who is paying her homage. So you are sort of in that regal being right now. And that's definitely a Leo place to be, isn't it? Secure in what you understand and what you don't understand. Definitely feeling like you you're accomplished something. You're moving forward. You're doing so with an open mind. And that's a good place to be. As we get further into the month, we have the Three of Wands. So there may be that need to expand that part of it. And the thing about the Three of Wands is, if you're looking at a traditional Rider-Waite deck, you're looking at three wands that are still growing, two in front, one in back. So a piece of you is always going to stay grounded, but you're looking for something to move beyond that piece of yourself that is more open, more spiritual, more the sort of the bigger picture. You're looking for the bigger picture. And that's really, we're coming to the end of the year cycle. We're in the middle of winter, which is much more introspective. These are certainly times when, despite the chaos of the holidays that happen, we are still opening up our mind and looking forward to the future. And I'm a Leo. That's always what I do. When I come to the end of the year, I'm always setting, I don't set, New Year's resolutions. I do set goals, and definitely, the more detailed the goals are for me, the more successful they are, because I have something that is very clarified, and really this is where, this is concise, this is clear, this is setting in truth. It definitely feels like this is, we're preparing for the end of the month. And when we come to the end, we have the King of Pentacles. So we are clearly getting, we're happy with where we are when we finish out the month spiritually. For our physical health, we're going to start off the month with the Queen of Cups. A lot of queens in this one. So the Queen of Cups telling us that we are, you're starting off feeling very, what's the word I'm looking for? You're starting off feeling very fulfilled. You're feeling like you're in a place where you're in a good spot. You may be working really hard towards something, and it feels like you're making progress, like you're moving forward. It's so it is there. Now this progress that you're making could actually be a part of a partnership. We have the Three of Cups there. Usually means a partnership of some sort, a coming together, either physically, spiritually, or emotionally. It's the center card. So really, this is the card that talks about our whole month right here, and it's building on those relationships in order to move yourself forward. I would suggest, where you're pushing yourself so hard. It's there. You can do it. The Magician says the outcome for the month physically is you're going to be able to. You've got the Magician and the King of Pentacles in your final cards. So this to me says it's there. You're going to carry through on what you're planning on. You're going to be able to pull it off. It's a transformation that is going to set you up well. Emotionally, we're talking about at the beginning of the month, we are dealing with the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card can say, it can say I tend to think of it as a new beginning or a new, it's a new outlook. If you, this one here shows someone who is playing music above the orchestra down below. So that's interesting. That's an interesting way of looking at that. In the traditional Rider-Waite, you are looking at people rising up, being heralded by music from above, sort of the same thing. So we're coming forward, we're coming up to a culmination. Emotionally, it's been a really long year. So this is telling you to sort of understand that that part of it is coming to an end, and we're kind of happy to see this coming to an end. Definitely because you got the Nine of Cups here. So that is telling you that as we proceed through the month, you're going to be satisfied with what you've accomplished. But this is sort of reminding you to take stock of that which you've accomplished. Emotionally, this has been a huge year for so many people, both spiritually and emotionally, as far as being able to access greater stores of knowledge and an increase of abilities, both spiritually, psychically. All of those things are in place. So what it is telling you is in the final card, and we're going to clarify this, so don't panic. The last card is the Tower. Now, for me, the Tower always says it's something that you need to take out of your life. So emotionally, this is the level we're talking about here, right? So emotionally, we are saying that there's something in your life that needs to be taken out and dealt with. And if you don't take it out and deal with it, it's going to take it out for you. Now, this doesn't always mean disaster. It really has to do with, especially being in the emotional section here, you're dealing with a much more, you're dealing with something that I'm assuming would be past circumstances. Either it's shadow work you haven't done, or it is something that you thought was buried and has come back up again. And so this has an impact on your life. In order to move forward, you're going to have to deal with that. You can't bring in something new until you get rid of something old. Wish my closets looked like that. Keep in mind, when we look at the big picture of this, you're talking about the month you're coming in with a lot of truths here. And it's also being being able to see that, to discern, there's the word I'm looking for, to discern that which needs to be handled. The Three of Cups says this is probably a relationship issue. It may even be a family issue, something that hasn't been taken care of in the past and does need to be taken care of. And the Tower is saying, if you don't do it by the end of the month, I'm going to do it for you. And you may not like how I do it. All right, so we keep that in mind here. Overall, I mean, other than the Tower saying this year is going to end with a bang, apparently, you know, these are good cards. I am going to clarify, if I can pick up my cards here. I'm going to clarify the Tower deck, the Tower card, and give us some insight into that, what we need to know to clarify the Tower situation in the emotional range. What do we need to know going forward? What do we need to know about the ending of this year? It's definitely the end of a cycle. I'm hearing end of cycle. So whatever this is a cycle that was put in place a long time ago. And it was something that it was something that had an impact on you. You thought you let it go, but it's still there. So what do we need to know to deal with this Tower moment at the end of the year? Because forewarned is forearmed, right? Tower moment. What do we need to know for Leo for the end of 2021? Oh. So we have the King of Pentacles again. And so the King of Pentacles is showing up twice in here. It's showing up in your spiritual reading as well. So we're talking about having all the things that you need to get past it. Really, this is what I'm talking about as being forearmed and forewarned. It is to put in the work. It's asking you to put in the work. You want to avoid a major Tower moment? Put in the work now. And a lot of that has to do with awareness. It also means walking through doorways. And this is the Four of Wands. I know you can't really see it because it's small. But it's asking you to walk through a doorway, look at things that may be a trigger. Not what the holidays are about sometimes. Walking through it and looking at it and dealing with it. Now, when I say dealing with it, I'm not necessarily talking about, okay, that's resolved, done, let's put that away. That's not how that works. It's more about recognizing what it does to you. When it recognizes that there is a situation of whatever it does to you, that will, you would give it less power. That thing that weighs on you, by recognizing it, bringing it forward, you were recognizing it. Now that doesn't mean it goes away, and it probably will continue, but each time you have that trigger, you're going to go, now that you've brought awareness to it, you're going to go, oh yeah, that's what that is. And so now I know that I can just handle this in such a way and move on. All right, so I hope that helps. I know that 2021 is, again, we thought 2020, when we got rid of it, was going to be like, thank you. 2021 is the same. I don't think it's really going to get a lot. I think our norm is going to change. I think that that's what we learned in 2020, was that the normal that we knew doesn't exist anymore. We have a new normal. And so going forward for us, we need to embrace that, because you can't stop it. So you might as well embrace it and learn how to deal with it. All right, so what do we need to know? This is our overall cards. This is the Shaman's Oracle, which I love. You all know that. I use it quite often. Shaman's Oracle deck. What does Leo need to know? What is their overall message? Repairing the body, mind, and spirit. There you go. This is the whole card. This is what this reading is about. Repairing the body, mind, and spirit. And it's taking that opportunity, that moment, that breath, that ability to step back and take a look at your life. Those are all the things that it's asking you to do. So there you go. It's called Me Talks. And it's the highest form of self-care. Really. You know, when you heal yourself, when you heal your spirit, you're healing both your body and your mind, and the same with the others. You're healing pieces of yourself that are one. Now, the body doesn't last, of course, but our spirit does. It goes on. And so you're healing things that you were brought into this lifetime to learn. Whether you believe that or not, that's my perspective on it. And so you need to take care of it, and you need to learn what you're here for and deal with those triggers. All right. I send you the very best. I'm right here with you, Leo. This is my reading as well, and it's definitely something that I'm going to have to think about. So I wish you the best. I wish you all the greatest happy holidays. You know, whatever you celebrate, please know that my good thoughts are going out to you. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm sending you blessings from Maine. Bye-bye.